Well, hello and welcome to Classic Beauty. I am sopping wet. Just got out of the shower and I am getting ready to visit with my kids. So I am going to just put in my eye drops and I'm not sure what the look's going to be for today, but I do love my Luminosity. These are the best, Lumify, I should say. I love Lumify drops. These are great. These will make your eyes like almost blue white. They're so white. And then I think today I'll put on my, it's just a under eye repair. It's called Time Lapse Repair by Mary Kay. I have a women's club and this is what it looks like. I have a women's club where I live and I always try and support the ladies in there. And one of our ladies is Mary Kay distributor, so definitely trying to sport some of her stuff. And this little applicator does feel really good. It's cold. I mean, you could get it colder, put it in the refrigerator, and it feels nice. And so I think today I am going to really just more or less concentrate. I'm still going to try and get these gels out, and I want to give a little extra attention to underneath my chin. And so do that is I'm going to use my chapstick. You might have seen me do this before, so I'm going to put it where I have really bigger lines and just kind of fill up that crease with the chapstick, and then that way it doesn't have that much of a crease to fall into, if you will. You won't be able to see the crease as much. And so this is wrinkle. I'm going to do something a little different today. This is supposedly a wrinkle. These darker under eyes, and I haven't got much sleep lately. My sleeping schedule's been off, so I'm just going to take these off. They look especially dark today. And I've got some videos on this just to get the color to be one flush color so that you cannot see a line of demarcation. I'm going to go ahead and use this same Halo Glow contour. And I'm going to start, so here's my jowl right here. And so I'm just going to get rid of that. And so just kind of tapping in around it, and then I'm going to take a lighter color. In this case, we're taking that, the other way, the contour was the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and this is going to be our Lancome. And this is a waterproof under eye concealer. And I'm going to use it not just for the under eyes, but for anywhere else that I need it. So I need it on top of my eye. I need it in these creases is what I would like to do. And I'm going to use, I like to use my finger, but today I'll go ahead and use my little brush. The biggest part of this is the one thing that you don't want to do, I have a little discoloration right there, is use a color that's too light, because what that can do is if you're trying to cover up a dark spot, what it's going to want to do is turn that a gray cast. And that's not really what you want. I just want it like one shade lighter than my own natural skin. Okay. Now that by no means is as sticky as my It Bye Bye, but I like it better. All right, so I've got my color corrections on right now. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do something a little different today than I usually do. I'm going to go ahead and use Age Lift Wrinkle. It doesn't really work all that great, but I'm gonna use it up. And so I'm going to mix that, it looks like this, with, I've got my e.l.f. hyaluronic acid, and it's the triple bounce. So it's got 3 different types in there, and I'm gonna mix that in there. And I am also going to use my e.l.f., this is a satin, and so I'm mixing all 3 of those together, and it looks something like this. So I'm just gonna mix that all up. Because I want a lighter coverage today, it's just, I'm just hanging out with the kids, so I really don't need all that much coverage, but I do want a little something. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my Beauty Blender. And just super, super light, almost like a tint when you do it like this. Okay, and now I am still going to try to attempt to get rid of these gels. Now we had our under stack, and now I'm gonna do a little more coverage of that. And for that, I think I will use, this is actually an eyebrow kit. This is Vegas Nay Eye Lure. And I'm gonna use this lighter color here. And I'm just going to just kind of carve that out. Okay, I think that looks better. And so you're really just going around the outside edges with this to blow this out. And don't worry, we're going to make that all look like one cohesive color. It's all gonna blend in, but right now it just looks a little weird. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I've got my, this is NARS Laguna, and I'm going to just warm myself up just a little bit on the forehead. Not really on the temples, I'm more kind of just right up here and leaving this lighter. Keeping in mind I have that chapstick on my, under my chin. Get into, I've got a, just a face powder, and it's this color right here. And I'm just going to take the distinction away from those 2 areas so that it just kind of blends in. So let me get my Hip Dot palette out. I love my Hip Dot palette. It's a great palette. And it's more fall colors. This is called Witchy Worms. It's absolutely beautiful. Really pretty. Okay. So I think we did a pretty good job of darkening up those gels. That one to me looks a little funky. It looks like I can see what I did there. So let me, cloves. And it's also kind of a rust. And I'm just going above my natural crease to darken that skin that is making me have a hooded eye lid. And so first, at my age, I need to pat this in. And then took away the hooded lid just like that. It's the easiest thing in the world. The thing with it is that you need to pick a color that is not, that's more of a natural tone, unless, you're going for a fun, over the top look. And the other thing is that you need to pat it in like this, and then you can give it the circles. If I just went back and forth like that, see how my skin's moving? It would, it wouldn't work right. It would, you make a line, and then you have to, and then your makeup will skip over it. You have to actually take your time a little bit more as you get older to put this in correctly. Okay, and so I'm gonna use this other color. It's a darker color, and it's called Sorceress. And it's kind of it's this one right here. And I'm going to just give myself a little flick up. Just kind of imaginary line going from there to there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow that out, moving inwards because I want to keep the color in, not out. All right. And so you're just gonna take your time, just keep going around and around in circles. You want your brush to be semi-stiff, but not too stiff, because our skin is so fragile up here. You don't want it to tear apart your skin on your eye. Okay. And then I think for the middle, I think I want to use this. This is called Charmed, and it's such a pretty color. It's kind of a gold, kind of a copper. I think I'll put that right in the middle with my finger, because I feel like the heat and the oils from your hands really help to melt the shimmers in. I think they show up so much better doing that, and also if you wet them a little. Okay. All right, and then for the very inner corner, I am going to use, it's called Hex, and it's just a light gold. And underneath, I think I'll just use this. It's called Unknown. It's just a real pretty kind of almost ecru. And I'm just gonna put it right here. I don't close off my eyes by going to either end. I have small eyes, so, but I do want a little color here because usually I wouldn't do this because it drags down your eyes, so just a tiny, tiny bit, but my face is a little off kilter as far as it's a little longer this way, so I need that to kind of map out my face for the best placement for me. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is my eyebrow. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to use my Tattoo Studio, and I overplucked my eyebrows, so I put a lippy on. It's about the color of my skin, you really can't see it. I don't go to the ends of my mouth, the corners, because I believe that the corners of our lips tend to start to droop with gravity, and if you put the color all the way to the ends of your corners of your mouth, it can look like it's drooping down and make you look sad when you're not, or make you look older or tired, whatever, you know, when you're not. And so I avoid the corners, and also I make sure to get it in far enough back on my lip so that when you look at me speaking and that kind of thing, you don't see these two completely different colors. Do you know what I mean? And that's how I like to, and less is more with that kind of thing. In my opinion, they are so drying that if you just put a little bit on your upper lip, a little bit on your lower lip, and then use your finger or whatever to spread the rest of it out, it's more than enough. Because if you put too much on, it can look really cakey, craggy, drying, and I don't think it's a good look. Okay, so let me go ahead and do these eyelashes. Well, I changed my shirt because the rust colored one it needed to be ironed, and I'm just hanging out with the kids today. I don't need to get all special. Okay, so I am going to, I blow dried my hair obviously, and I'm going to go ahead and do our little eyelash hack on my eyelashes because they're dry. And so you guys who've been with me know that's just the, you know, covering up the eyelash curler with translucent powder, curling it one more time, and one more coat of mascara. And the tip there is just to make absolutely sure your last coat of mascara is completely dry, or you run the risk of pulling your eyelashes out. And nobody wants that. Okay. This is getting dry. When I was a kid, when my mascaras used to get dry, I just used to heat them up. Oops, I used to heat them up with, I used to put that entire container in a cup of hot water to get it warm again, but I haven't done that as an adult. Okay, I don't know what that is. Well, that's new. Oh, don't you love it? It's like, was that there before? You're like, no, that wasn't there before. That's a new thing. And there's just so much grace that you have to give yourself as you're getting older. I mean, you could really freak out about some certain things, like, oh my God, you know, my under chin is like just so horrible. I can't even imagine how bad it looks, you know, from sitting across from me, or whatever your thing is, you know, saggy jowls, whatever it is. And it's so easy to get in the trap of just stopping yourself from life, getting too caught up in the thoughts of, oh, I don't look right. Frankly, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't doing some of the videos as much, is because I would look at myself and go, you know what? I don't look as good as I think I should look. And then I would just say, I'm not going to post the video. But I'm not going to do that anymore, because you know what? This is real life. Yes, I don't look 1,000% all the time, and neither do you. And so that's okay. And I just wanted to show you the look for today. I think what I'm going to do is I want to put a little shine to the lippy. These don't come with any clear to them, so I'm using a clear from something else just for a little. And I think I'm missing a little fun here, so I'm going to use my bubbly, and I'm just going to give myself a little movement, a little highlight. Because I don't want to look too bland. All right, y'all. That is it. Today, again, wasn't really about the hair. As a matter of fact, it's still wet, but that's okay. Really, it was about just really, I just also wanted to use my, I'm not going to use my powders anymore for setting of my under eyes. What I have liked a lot better, and this just happens to be Dewey. This is a setting spray, and this is an e.l.f. one. You can do one of two ways. You can spray it on it, or I like to spray it in my hand where I can get a little bit of product, and then I like to dip my hand in there, or my brush in there. And I like to set my under eyes like this, because there's no powder to get caught into any of my lines. And I'm also going to go ahead and set where I had the other concealer and the other placement of our chapstick. All right, well, that is it. What I will do is, just to make sure everything is all for sure blown out, I'm just going to lightly go over what we had done. And that is going to be it for today, you guys. We will be back here soon, and we're going to talk about winter skincare. All right, everybody, good to see you. We'll see you next time. Bye.